There they are. There they are. This year's tributes.
All the tributes that you've been waiting for will be out here.
Are you excited? Let me hear it! Let's have a great round of applause, a warm welcome for Glimmer.
The tributes were like this gang of friends that spent a lot of time together.
No, I totally got you.
It's my turn.
Let's hear it for Marvel!
It was like a summer camp. It really was. It's like you make friends that I still keep in touch with now, and I feel like I will be friends with for the rest of my life.
What conversation were you in?
The conversation happened over there. Happened over there. Over there? And then the one back there. Over there?
Close!
It was Camp Hunger Games, basically. My mom and I hosted potlucks every week when we were in Asheville because we all really got close and we all wanted to see each other. And it was really just like a great atmosphere to be around, and there were no issues on set.
Instant camaraderie. I've never experienced anything like that. And people on the set kept saying it all the time. This never happens. You guys are so lucky. After this, it's done. Don't go to your next movie expecting this to happen again.
Get out of here.
It was really cool that we were able to come together over something we were all so passionate about and we were all so excited about. It was a lot of nerves going into it because this was a huge film and we were all big fans.
D-Mark?
Damn!
Yeah!
Hello, Amanda and Jackie. We completely became a family, and like every night, you know, me and Jackie, who plays Foxface, would like try to plan a sleepover. And we're very excited. Slumber party! Oh yeah.
A lot of dance parties. That started on the first day at the Cornucopia, where we would just be standing up on these pedestals for ages, and then we would all start singing. We would all go into Amanda's trailer, and she would just crank up the music, and we would all just dance in the trailer, and the whole thing would be shaking. We'd be like, woo! It was, all I remember is just a lot of fun moments. It didn't feel like work. You know, they say like when you love what you do, then it's not work, and this wasn't work by any means.
Let's have a warm round of applause for Kato.
I mean, it was one of the best summers I've ever had. I mean, especially because we were filming on location, and it's not like we're in some studio or like we're in LA, like where you just go back home.
We'd work hours upon hours on set doing scenes over and over and over again, and then as soon as Gary said, you know, oh, that's a wrap for the day, we would go eat sushi.
The best sushi I've ever had. It is the
1, 2, 3, Godzilla roll.
No fighting with the other tributes. You'll have plenty of time for that in the arena.
I was second oldest. I'm 21, and they were 12 and 14 and 16, and I just felt like a big sister to them. I was glad I was able to be there and help them, and they taught me, I taught them, so it was really fun.
And I liked having people of different ages there. It was cool. It was like getting everyone's perspective on things.
That was good, that was good.
I felt like a big brother to some and like a little brother to others.
Dio and I became really close, and it was just like, hey, I'm gonna kill you. Good to meet you too, I'm Isabel.
How long was I asleep?
A couple of days. I changed your leaves twice.
Thank you.
Amanda, she has like the soul of an old person, you know. She's such an adult at heart, but she knows how to have fun because she's still a kid. There were times where we would have like real discussions about life.
I couldn't wait to meet him. I sent him a tweet saying, oh, congratulations, district buddy.
You know, congratulations for being cast in Hunger Games. Look forward to working with you. And I have to go, what? You're 12.
When I first met Amanda, I felt horrible because when I got cast in the movie, somebody told me, when they see what you do to this little girl, people will be spitting on you in the streets.
Ain't that a stinker? I am. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I feel horrible.
And so when I met her, I was like, oh no. No, not you.
Oh, North Carolina is such a beautiful place. The woods were just gorgeous, and really being in that setting was like watching the book come to life.
North Carolina, we were able to go ziplining and whitewater rafting and fishing and hiking. We did a lot of like outdoor stuff and exploring the towns, and it was really fun to be able to be in North Carolina and away from all the things that distract you in LA.
Treat a possum. Oh, look at scary.
That's cut.
The challenge of shooting on location, I think it was really jarring to be away from your whole family and your whole life. We were really in the wild. We were in the nature, we had no phones.
And the forest can be really demanding, like physically and mentally, because it was hot. Especially when you're doing all these fight sequences, you were literally dripping sweat. So hot.
It was just really cool to be able to walk around and explore it, but at the same time, you were kind of like, what's gonna bite me? My mission was to see a bear, and I ended up seeing one, which was really awesome.
It's like, I think Isabel tried to get the bears to come. We're like, can we go see the bears? And it's like, no, we don't want them here.
Dio finally agreed to come with me, and so the bear had moved, and he was like, Isabel, really? You really lied about that? And I'm like, I'm not the girl who cried bear, I swear it was there.
Every once in a while, we would just find a snake. Like someone would just find a snake somewhere, and we'd all just observe it.
There were these turkeys. They'd walk right into the shot, so it's supposed to be like, food's running out, and we have these plump turkeys just kind of sitting in the background, which was really funny, and they kept coming back. So we were all joking that they were fans of the book, and they just wanted to get their book signed.
Let's have a warm round of applause for Marvel.
As my first movie, it was really surreal. I had to be in the scene, but every once in a while, I was just like, I'm talking to Stanley Tucci in front of all these people that look like they're in some Lady Gaga musical. It was a day I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life.
Sometimes we'd wound them, sometimes we'd kill them, and you would eat them. I would eat them, yeah.
Okay, so think about this. Is my first line in the movie totally improv'd with my acting idol in front of 300 people. It was such a unique experience.
Jennifer she was great to work with. She really became a role model as in like a big sister because we had so much fun together and we became really close.
Jennifer is awesome. She literally waits till the last second before a take to get in character.
Has Amanda in her arms, and it's this really emotional scene. Right before like the take, she just looks at Amanda and just goes, hey, remind me to tell you this really funny fart joke when this is over. Action. Oh my God. Like it was on a dime. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
And we'll meet back here, and then I'll wreck their stuff, and we'll meet back here.
Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up, jump over.
Jen is so sweet and so funny. When Clove is on top of Katniss, she's like, oh, don't worry, sweetie, you can put your entire body weight on me. I'm like, this is my entire body weight. And she goes, oh, you're like a chihuahua. We worked with this awesome stunt group, 8711, and they knew absolutely everything.
Because it's going to bounce off that, and then you come back here.
Okay. The physical process was really extreme. It was a lot of fight training and sword training, combat training, like fist-to-fist, boxing style.
Basically, once I found out I got the role, I started going to the gym a ton. I knew that Kato had to be this intimidating guy who is much a physical presence as he is a mental one.
I remember my friend came and visited the set, and like Xander came and was like, yeah, man, what's up, hi. And then like afterwards, like Nick just went like, oh, that is the most massive human being I've ever seen.
Just shake my hand.
And they had us doing like circuits and stuff where you just do like 30 seconds of intense something and then you switch to 30 seconds of intense something else. And I could not walk the next day.
There was like these monkey bar things, and Dio, Xander, and I did it. I don't know, it was one of the greatest moments I had, was just proving my worth on these damn monkey bars.
I actually got to learn how to throw knives, which was really cool.
Because I worked with a spear a lot. They taught me basically just the form of throwing a spear.
And they had archery, and they had ropes to climb, and this thing called the gauntlet where you could jump on these different levels while the trainers, the game makers, would like throw bats at you and stuff. And they had bridges that moved and spun that we would have to run up. It was like a giant playground for big kids.
Stunts did an amazing job. I did all my own stunts, and we wanted to keep it very real.
When you actually fight with someone in real life, it's not pretty. But for film, everything has to be a lot bigger and very accentuated.
All you need to do is throw it right down.
I wouldn't have wanted to have a stunt double. The fighting, the hand-to-hand stuff, like, was really important for me to do because I felt like that's so much of who Glimmer was.
I really love doing stunts, and when Chad would be like, oh, she can't do that, I'd be like, I can do it, trust me. And I trained extra hard and like begged him, and every day I'd be like, hey, am I doing it or not? So I actually didn't know until the day of that I was doing it. I'm ready to do this thing.
Filming at the cornucopia. Today it's just the scene where everybody gets killed.
Yeah, and we're taking it in
Bloodbath.
pieces. So it's really fun. See, because I got the book bag. I just grab a book bag.
Ever been.
It's gorgeous.
Right here. The
Get it,
cornucopia.
get it.
Look at the lake.
Cornucopia.
Get a seat.
Okay, they're in the tubes.
See, Mark?
You're ready.
So it was very fitting for it to be the first scene, you know, us kind of sizing each other up, getting to know each other.
And so that was kind of when we all met and we all became really close.
In the book, it was my favorite scene, and because it's so action-packed and because there's so much in it.
It's not like you're doing a stunt sequence with just me and 2 others. We're doing a stunt sequence with 20 people. And everyone's got to be on time and hit their beats or it's going to get messed up.
So we had about 5 days where we trained. So by the time we got to the cornucopia, like, we knew exactly where we were running, where we were going to stop, who we were going to encounter. It was planned down to a T. You just have as many cameras as possible to catch whatever you can catch.
It was crazy. There was 8 different fight sequences happening at one time. Sometimes you were not even on camera, but you have to be giving it your all, just in case you are.
And we were in like cargo pants and a double layer jacket, and that happened to be the week where it was like 100 degrees out. It's your first week on set, so you don't know, like, you want to seem professional, and so we were all kind of like, it's okay, I can do it, you know? It was cool because we all kind of bonded through that.
Sounds like you guys are up. You hear that?
Yeah,
well, peace out.
We gotta climb a tree? Whoa, we got a climber.
There's like literally the second Gary says cut, all bets are off and everyone is ready to start pranking each other.
I don't know. I got pranked a lot on the set.
My advice, don't ignore the survival skills.
It's a scene where one of the trainers is giving us a rundown.
A certain unnamed tribute. Right before the scene, he walked over to Jack, who plays Marvel, and for lack of a better word, he farted in his face.
And he just kind of sauntered over to me, just kind of like this, and then he just turns around and then just farts.
And literally walks back with like the most like straight face.
Everyone's just...
And literally we all just look at each other, just start laughing so hard.
The best was just watching Xander the entire time because he was just like Dio every once in a while would just look down. He just was like, no.
Amanda and Jackie, those two are like the dynamic duo of pranks, okay?
And when I wasn't looking, they just like scurry into my trailer, start messing everything up, then running away.
I came back in my trailer and there was a bunch of just Post-it notes everywhere that said J.A., Jackie and Amanda.
Ah, yeah. Jamandla. Out.
You'd show up to your trailer and your clothes were gone.
And then I'd get in there and realize that my clothes were in the fridge and my shoes were in the microwave.
It's like a note on my mirror that's like, where are your pants, Jack? You'll never find them. I texted them like, you put my pants in the microwave? And they're like, damn straight, we put your pants in the microwave. Jackie and Amanda are really good at this. And I'm like, okay, well now it's on. This was the worst one of them all.
We did some, some people did some, and
I got a phone call and I was with Jack.
And I just get this little voice that's like, hello, is this Jack from the Hunger Games? Like this Valley Girl voice.
And Amanda did this crazy voice and she pretended to be a Psycho fan, and like I was feeding her lines.
And it's like from an unknown number. And at first we just thought, okay, this has got to be a joke. And this is like 2 in the morning.
And we just kept calling them back. We're like, we're so excited that we have your phone number.
I like passed the phone to Xander. It's like, oh my God, is that Xander Ludwig?
He's like, but what if it is a fan? I'm like, oh shoot, like I don't want to be like rude to my fans.
And we're like, what the hell? Who is this?
But I was like, if it is a fan or if it's a joke, either way, like I want to meet this person.
We became detectives. We're like, we need to find out who this is. We like keep listing all these people and they were like, all right, fine, prove yourself. Meet us at this hotel at this time.
We drive back to the hotel And I get there.
We left a big note in the lobby that was like, oh my God, we love you guys so much. Like, we're in the lobby, like, come find us.
And it says like, wish we could have seen you, Jack and Xander. And we're like, we're freaking out.
And suddenly out of nowhere, out jumps like Jackie and like Amanda and like 5 other girls.
We're all standing there like, sup? And they just exploded, and it was priceless, their faces. They were cracking up. We were all cracking up.
Like yelling at them like in the middle of this hotel lobby. It was fantastic. They got us so well. I thought we had a legitimate stalker on our hands. And it was all Amanda's voice. Every single one of it was Amanda's voice.
Amanda, if you're out there, you just wait. I'm gonna get you.
I bow to them. It was, I concede the war.
There they are. There they are. This year's tributes.
It's cool because I actually got to see it come to life, and I got to bring it to life, which is something that when you read books, you try to do in your own mind.
You know, it was nerve-wracking at first, but then it was so rewarding at the end. It was really, really a cool thing to experience.
You just be like, goddamn, I'm so hungry.
Personally, I've made lifelong friends, and I would have never met these people in any other situation.
You know, it's great to have those people, especially like in the stress of school and life, who, you know, are in a different world, and hang out with them.
Everything was like one big great memory, and we really became a family.
I mean, we're gonna be friends for life. Like, Kyle, Jack, and Josh, I mean, they're some of my best friends now.
I always told my mom that I wanted a big brother, and I got like 10 on the set, so it's been really awesome.
Just every moment I look back on and think like, wow, that was priceless.
So surreal, you know, it was so hard to say goodbye at the end, you know, there were definitely tears. And it's crazy because like, these are people that I just met.
So it was a very memorable experience. Best summer of my life.